Happy Friday. It's Dr. E, and this is a little strange for me because I'm at the grocery store, and I never thought I would do a video at the grocery store, and I feel weird with people walking around, but I've had a few requests for people wanting more information about yogurt. And so excuse my trembling hand here. It is freezing outside. Believe it or not, it does get cold in Arizona sometimes. And it's freezing by this yogurt. So what I wanted to do is hop on and share a little educational info about the best and worst yogurt. So let me turn this around here. And okay, so I am not out to pick on any brand or support any brand in particular. I simply am providing education, and then you can do with it what you choose. So I'm at Fry's, which in Arizona is kind of like maybe a Cub would be in Minnesota, for you listeners in Minnesota. So without spending too long on each one, I just grabbed a few here that are either more popular or that I support or quickly looked at and noticed, wow, definitely not recommended. So this one, it says it's finest yogurt, right? So one would think great marketing, must be really good, it has a fancy name of Noosa. But upon closer inspection, one thing I want people to look for in their yogurt and in food, with food in general, is the sugar content. Right away, we see that 8 ounces or one container has 35 grams of sugar. So that would be vetoed right there. That's a ridiculous amount for this size of something that supposedly is healthy. And I won't go too much into the ingredients here, but as you can see, cane sugar is listed. So we definitely don't need added sugars. So that one we're going to nix. Definitely not the finest yogurt, right? So back on the shelf. Another really common one is Yoplait here. So we've got Yoplait and Yoplait Light. And confession, in high school, I bet I had one of these a day and absolutely loved them and thought I was doing well because I was eating Yoplait Light. And now I know better. So hopefully I can help any other people from preventing what I went through in high school. Okay, so we've got the regular one on top here. And sugars are 19 grams in this tiny little container, protein 6. So then you think, well, I'm going to do the light version because that only has 10 grams of sugar and still has a little protein with 5 grams. But let me show you here why I don't recommend this. So sure, we've got milk, and then it does have sugar added. But the biggest thing is, see that sucralose? That's the thing you absolutely want to avoid. That's an artificial sugar, a neurotoxin. Speaking of neurotoxins and artificial, red number 40, known carcinogen. Why do we need to dye anything, including our yogurt? Then you see blue number 1. So this one is absolutely vetoed. If you're going for overall health, definitely nix the light products. This one we talked about has too much sugar, so sorry Yoplait, but you get vetoed. Chobani, love the company, love the brand. Let's see how this measures up. So right away, looking at one container, it's got 12 grams of protein, which is actually pretty impressive. This is Greek yogurt, right? Yes, non-fat Greek yogurt. Sugars 15, fairly high. Let's see how it adds up here if I can stop my cold shaking hand. So not too bad. I don't see any artificial. There is some cane sugar. So if you're going to add sugar, why not add real fresh fruit instead of sugar, right? So this one I'll put in the neutral category. Not overly impressed. This one I picked because I feel like they have a lot of marketing with this one. They make it sound like you don't need to take probiotics and your GI health will be great if you just eat some Activia. But not a huge fan. One container, which is pretty small, has 12 grams of sugar and 4 grams of protein. There we see the added cane sugar again. And not too bad. We're always looking for the least amount of ingredients. So Activia it also gets a medium rating. So here is the good category. Let's talk about some of these. So this one I'd actually never seen before today. It's called Dreaming Cow Grass Fed. So anytime you're dealing with meat products, you want the better essential fatty acid profile with grass-fed products. So I love that. And grass-fed, grass-based whole milk, so that's fabulous. But then we see agave nectar, which is touted as this health food product, but it's actually worse than high fructose corn syrup, believe it or not. So avoid that agave nectar. And you can see 12 grams of sugar, which is a lot for this little container, right? So although I love the grass-fed, don't love the rest. And I have no idea how that one tastes. This is one that I recommend often. Not only does it taste great, it's a Greek yogurt, but it has less sugar and it doesn't have a lot of the artificial stuff. So typically the less ingredients, the better. This one has a few, but hopefully you can see the sugars are 6, not too bad. Protein 15. So this is a great way, sorry for the background noise, this is a great way to get protein with lower sugar. If you tolerate dairy, okay, which a lot of people do not. So for those people, they do make, not at this store necessarily, but they do make almond yogurt, coconut yogurt. It is more expensive, and I've had mixed reviews with patients on taste, but that is a dairy-free option for those who do not tolerate it. This one, I'm not even sure how to say that. Siggy's Icelandic style non-fat yogurt. So anytime it's plain versus the flavored, plain is going to have less sugar, which is what we're going for. This one I love. Look at the few ingredients. That's it. Pasteurized skim milk and live active cultures. That's beautiful. Then we look over here. Sugar's not too bad. 7 grams in 8 ounces and 25 grams of protein. So this one I would add along with the Chobani, or I'm sorry, Oikos 000 to the yes category. Simple, lower sugar, and higher protein. Then this one is our generic brand at Fry's called Simple Truth Organic Greek Non-Fat. Once again, plain, less sugar. Then let's see how it measures up. Simple, just a few ingredients there. And sugar 7, protein 24. So I would say these two, although they're plain, and if you're dealing with finicky tasters or kiddos, you may have an issue with the plain. But you could add fruit, add it to a smoothie, and see how that goes. So those get the thumbs up, and I typically recommend food over supplementation. But in the case of yogurt, I actually choose probiotics more so than people just thinking, well, I'll just eat yogurt every day and then I'll get enough probiotics, right? No, because as you've seen, they can come with a lot of sugar, not necessarily a wide range of beneficial bacteria, and so many people don't do well with dairy. So just a few thoughts for you today after some requests to talk the good, bad, and medium about yogurt. So share this if you found it helpful. Comment below if you have questions or concerns, or if you would like to learn about other topics or food in the future. Have a great Friday.